as David Wells began his initial reading of the building.
It's quite welcome. It's not what I expected at all, really.
No.
It feels very odd.
Why does it feel odd?
Well, you see this old building from the outside, and then you come in and there's the visuals. So these are visuals. So these are things that I can see with my own eyes belie what I felt outside, if that makes sense. So when I approached the building, I very much felt different to what I see when I get here. It's just a bit odd, really.
Okay.
Energetically, the first thing I've got is a male figure who's very shouty and shovey. He's very pushy, he's really shovey.
Okay.
He's shouting, the voice has got an accent and I can't get the accent. It's quite a fierce language. It's not a foreign language, it's a local accent. So, it's like it's anything from, I'm not big on accents, it's like West Country-ish, sort of quite rough almost. I'd even go so far as to say a bit of Irish in there, do you know what I mean? He's got a real strong accent.
Mm-hmm. Is he pushing and shoving because he resents that we're on his territory?
I think so. And if I didn't know better, I'd say he was... No, I do know better. He's drunk. He's clearly drunk because I can smell alcohol.
How old is he, would you say?
He's presenting as around maybe late 30s, early 40s is how he's presenting. He seems in pain, in physical pain, which might have why he lashes out. So kind of like gout or something drink-related.
And
Very angry.
when are you putting him at? What time period are you placing him?
He's not like Tudor or Elizabethan. He's quite sort of end of 18th, beginning of 19th century, really.
Okay.
So he's not ancient.
And is he here all the time, or is he just
Seems to be. A bit of a wife beater as well. He particularly dislikes women, I would say.
Oh, nice. Went for a nice night then.
So we're in the presence of a binge-drinking 18th or 19th century ghost.
Yeah.
And he hates women.
Yeah.
He's in for a hard time.
He is. He's got two strong women here.
Yeah, that's very true. That's a good thing. That's a good thing.
Okay. What about a name with him?
Name-wise, the first name is a generic name. It's Tom.
Okay.
So Tom.
Surname?
No surname at the moment.
Okay.
But
No
just Tom.
initial or anything like that?
Not yet.
I have to push you because sometimes you...
I know, I do hold it back. No, there's nothing at the moment. And that name's coming in a kind of drunken, kind of like, that kind of like, you know what I mean?
Don't like that.
That kind of drunken, low,
Right.
like, why are you bothering me kind of voice.
Okay.
So I think he's one to look out for. I think he's a pusher. Physically, you might feel pushed.
Targeted towards women because he doesn't like women?
Yeah, I think so. I've got a tightening in my throat as well, so he might, one of that.
Are you getting the impression that he's alone?
Yeah, he feels alone. He feels dejected, I think. He feels as if nobody understands him, He's in that awful place. His energy is very dark, very black, very hard for me to get right into, and almost like slurring his words, and he's dragging his body. So he's very slow and sort of like hunched over and just dark soul, really.
So is there anybody in here now?
What's that now?
Might have...
Did you whistle?
Yes,
yeah,
I heard that.
Something like that, yeah. This bloke seems to be following us. Tom seems to be following us.
That's louder. That's here.
He's a bit, I don't mean to be rude, but he's a bit stinking. He's a bit like unwashed, really.
Where is this chap?
Often when they communicate, they stand on my right-hand side. Mediums tend to work like left or right, but they generally stand here with me when I communicate with them, so he'll be here.
But if you can feel him very close there, why is the knocking coming from somewhere else?
We don't know.
We don't know. We don't know that. I don't think they physically go and do this. I don't think they physically do that. I think they can change something. They change the energy, and that's what makes the knocks. So they're not physically knocking on a wall.
Have we just got Tom here, or are there other astrals that you can pick up on?
I can certainly feel others upstairs. I can hear a couple of things. I can hear an old lady singing. I can hear an older man coughing, and it sounds like it's the last cough. It's kind of like one of those jobs, and it's not this. There's a bit of blood in the mouth as well with that one. There's a couple of kids running around, but they may be residuals. And but what I'm desperately trying to find is really old ones. I'm desperately trying to find like Tudor or Elizabethan, and I can't get any just yet.
Right.
So I'm kind of hoping maybe as we go further
They're
forward.
a little bit more modern. Do you want to keep walking through?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm such an amateur, I'm tempted to have a quick look under the table, actually.
Go for it. Go for it. Go for it. Now, David, this might help you get further back.
Yeah, it's an older space, isn't it?
Yeah.
In here, there's a bit of playfulness, and I'm not sure if it's kids running around from upstairs. There's a bit of hair pulling, and there's a bit of general jiggery-pokery, kind of, just kind of poke and prodding.
Right.
Getting that in here. There is this throat thing, though, right the way through. There's a throat thing.
What would that
I
be?
could feel. I don't know. It's like. It's slightly aggressive. If I'm being honest, it's an aggression thing. It's someone grabbing me by the throat.
Well,
and I thought initially it was Tom, but I'm not sure.
That is a phenomenon that has been reported here, where particularly women have have felt the throat. And also, I will tell you that the spirit of a Tom has been sort of talked about. And there is a person, Tom, who was associated with this place, who was into drink and who was a wife beater as well.
Okay.
So, and the time period fits about right. So you are on the right track.
Okay.
But why is Tom grabbing you by the throat? You're a man, because you're two women, and we haven't been shoved or grabbed by the throat.
Because, I'm going to feel the conditions that so what happens in the room, I'm going to feel it or sense it, regardless of whether he does that predominantly to men or women. So I'm just going to feel it because that's what he does, really.
Do you think the ghost knows that Yvette and I are here?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
They'll be able to sense your energy, definitely. Definitely. I think it'd be interesting when we go into vigils and things. It'd be really interesting to see. The trouble is, you need to be aware of it, but you don't need to be thinking about it. Does that make sense? Because then you might subconsciously put it on there.
All right. So, if you're all happy, should we turn the lights off? Okay, brilliant. Let's go and get ready.
With David's initial walk around promising much to come, we switched to night vision to commence the investigation.
All right, everyone?
Yeah. Yes.
It's different in the dark,
dark,
isn't it?
isn't it?
It's very dark. Okay.
Does this floor slope, or is it me?
No, it
I
does
think
slope.
there is a little bit of a slope,
There is.
which makes you feel worse, doesn't it?
Do you want to walk on a little bit further, David?
Yeah, okay.
Now, you said downstairs you felt drawn upstairs.
Yeah.
By whom? Whom was
There's
doing
a
that?
couple of males up here. One is older, maybe 16th, maybe a bit early 16th century, thereabouts. And there's a modern one. There's one... This is a real odd space. There's one here who seems to be in, like, yieldy clothing, like a bit of tapestry.
Listen. It's weird, isn't it? It's like there's no fixed place where it's coming from.
No, it bounces around, doesn't it?
Yeah. So an older gentleman, like from a tapestry, is saying.
Yeah, he's wearing clothes that are they look embroidered, but quite old. And there's another one, an old man who's wearing a cardigan.
Oh.
That's why it's like two extremes.
That's bizarre, isn't it?
Yeah, it's two extremes. There's one over there in a cardi, and one in here in like ye olde times.
And can you get more of a fix on them? Give them more personalities each of.
This one's definitely a former owner in here.
Which one? The
older one.
Yeah.
The words they give me is owner and renter. So one's involved in didn't own it, but maybe rented it or worked here, or do you know what I mean? And one here was a former owner, and this one's, I think they're saying Sir.
Okay.
So Sir John. This one's Sir John, I think.
Okay.
This one's a bit blustery, but not anything like
Tom.
Tom, who's just down those stairs, he's sitting at the bottom of the stairs, I think.
That's you guys moving there. Yeah.
I thought he was coming up the stairs there.
Yeah.
It's really odd. I have to go back to him in a second because he's clearly, I would imagine you would be around here. He's been